Hey, and welcome into Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy. This is the channel where we are talking baseball. We're breaking down players. We're giving free swing instruction virtually. So continue to send in those videos to me. I'll try and get to them best I can. I'm getting a lot of requests lately, but I'll get to them as they come in. Today we're going to be taking a look at Austin Sigrist's video. Austin is a talented player. He's a junior at Case High School. He's a left-handed hitting first baseman. Really liked his swing. Going to go ahead and take a look at it here in a second. We actually have a major league comparison to the swing, so I always love to do those comps. But before I get into that breakdown, we're going to mention that the channel is brought to you by Maggie Rottino Real Estate. My wife Maggie and her brother Ricky Kuiper have teamed up and do a phenomenal job with all of their clients who are in the market to buy or sell a home. Maggie Rottino and Ricky Kuiper, the names for real estate in southeastern Wisconsin. Also, channel is brought to you by Locked On Brewers Podcast. Dom Catronio and I are breaking all things down pertaining to the Milwaukee Brewers 5 days a week, and we really have a lot of fun doing it. So make sure you're tuning in, make sure you're subscribing to that channel, and make sure you're subscribing to this channel as well. It just helps us out. Hit the like button, all that. So really appreciate the support. So let's go ahead and break down Austin Sigrist. I'm going to share the screen. All right. So the player I'm comparing him to is Logan Morrison, player that could hit, very similar type of a swing, similar finish to the swing. As you can see, Austin has a very quick, short hand path, short swing, uses the lower half uses the ground well. Let's look at his swing in full speed one more time. So just take notice when you're watching players of how fast their bat and their hands get through the hitting zone, how quick and direct their hands are to and through the hitting zone. So that's an important piece just to kind of look at the swing from a distance. And again, just trying to understand things as best you can as far as evaluating the player and their talent level. And Austin has a very impressive skill set of being able to be short and quick to the ball, and he's a strong kid. So those are the things you can't really teach: the hand quickness, the hand speed, and then the strength. Obviously you can add strength in the weight room and stuff like that, but this kid probably hits a bunch of homers or extra base hits when he makes contact with a baseball. He has a very good path. It's short, it's quick, and it's out in front. So that's going to equate to a lot of extra base hits to all fields. So as always, we're going to take a look at where he's at heel plant. And so it's a very similar move here to Logan Morrison in that at heel plant, hands are back in a similar position. Doesn't matter if he looks like Logan Morrison or not. My point is this is a good hitting position. Both heels on the ground and hands are back and in a strong, ready to fire hitting position. The lower half is already starting to open up where the upper half is going to be closed still, and that front shoulder's closed, and the hands in the hands and the elbow are back, and that scap. So the scapula are those muscles kind of by your shoulder blades. Those are kind of cocked and back and kind of flexed. And that's nothing conscious a player does. That's just the kinetic chain working where the body knows that the last thing to fire is going to be the hands. And so the hands are going to stay back, and that scap is going to load and stay kind of flexed back there to load everything up. Storing energy, essentially. Same thing you do when you throw a baseball. You throw a baseball and that scap gets loaded like this. If you can see it on camera right here, what I'm doing is your heel lands, your hips start to open up, and this starts going back actually as your hips start to open up. Your scap is behind you. And so that's exactly what's happening here when big leaguers hit. So Austin does a great job of that. The one tweak I would say with Austin is I would just continue to try and keep that head from coming up. Let's take a look at the head. Okay, with Logan Morrison on top. See, the head does not move. If we draw a line, if you take a look at something in the background, his head is not going to deviate from that position. Okay, so if you take a look at maybe this white thing right behind his head as he swings, his head's really not going to move past that. Whereas Austin, see how it comes up a little bit. So this move is not a concern where his head is moving forward. That's not a concern of mine, because what he's doing is he's actually shifting the weight a little bit to the front, and that's what you're supposed to do. So as he's shifting the weight to the front, his head's going to come with it a little bit. Okay, so now from here is where I want to see the head staying right there, and you're going to see it comes up just a hair, and it's very slight. Very slight. See how it comes up? That's the only thing I would tweak with the swing. The swing is awesome. Hands are short, quick. The lower half works phenomenally. Okay. And again, these are some skills and traits of a player that you can't really teach. The hand quickness, the strength, the path you can teach, but this is a very natural path. He's been working with Force Out and the coaches over at Case High School where he goes. Frankie Jaramillo, Lee Jaramillo, Jason Jaramillo. Jason played in the big leagues. They know what they're doing. Great coaching staff over at Case High School. So looking forward to Austin contributing to that program in a big way this year. So, but that's the one thing I would see how Lomo's head actually goes down even, right? So not something you really want to chase is going down with the head, but you want to try and avoid just kind of pushing up. It's not necessarily a head coming up. It's really the lower half, everything kind of pushing up through contact. See, watch how it comes up. Lower half is great here. And then all of a sudden it's like right at contact. It's a little bit of a push up. And Lomo's head went down on this swing because it was a changeup. I want to offer that disclaimer. But just take a look at big leaguer swings. They don't really push up like that. And it is super slight. And it's something that I'm sure that Austin looks like a really good athlete is going to be able to kind of work on quickly. So that's it. That's my breakdown of Austin Sigrist. He's uncommitted currently to a college, but there's obviously pieces here that are going to be very, very and useful. He's going to be a productive player, period. So he's going to be a productive player with this kind of swing. Athletic, strong, quick, short to the baseball. So these are the pieces that you're looking for. And hopefully Austin gets a shot to play in college. I'm sure he will. He's a player that obviously works really, really hard, and always those players always get to their ceilings. The ones that are passionate about the game and really, really want it and work really, really hard. Those are the ones that 99 times out of 100, I've seen them achieve their goals. And Austin's goal, it sounds like he wants to play in college. So I'm sure he'll get that opportunity. Great job, Austin. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.